money, let's have a time. Welcome in MLB Central, perfectly on time for hour number 2. Yes? Spinning the MLB Network slot machine. You want fun?
Not really. I'll play a little roulette, but that's about it.
You a gambler?
No. I touched down in the Reno airport, gambled $6 and won. And my dad said, if you stop now, you'll be the first person ever to win. So I just never did it again.
There you go.
There you go. Are you ready? Spin the slot machine. Let's see what decision we need to make. End of April. Cue the music. Where it lands, nobody knows. Biggest surprise team in 2026. And by the looks of these picks, we're talking pleasant surprises. Is it the Pirates, who have hit 32 home runs this year? Is it the Reds with Elliott Stewart, or the Braves, who won again in Cobb County against the Tigers last night?
You can make an argument for all of them.
Yes, you can.
Sure. But I think all of them going into the year, everyone expected also like something more than what we saw the previous year, right? Okay.
I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves because I didn't know if they were still capable. I mean, it was a couple of years where it was injuries, and the performance
Still is this year. I mean,
they're just overcoming.
Strider.
But now the fact that they're back, performing like what the back of the baseball card suggests like they should. Michael Harris has been a huge impact for this lineup. So I'll go with the Braves.
Yeah,
You had the Reds in the NL Central first. I didn't. I'd pick them.
No, well, I mean, yeah, everyone's on the Cubs train, but I think, everyone, notices the Reds' talent and like, when are they going to put it together? We actually talked about it last night where, this team right now is playing like they're putting it all together between their pitching. Ellie playing the way he's doing. He's playing hot. And they're playing collectively as a unit.
Guys, we were talking about the Reds last night eating mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually
bad
believe
choices.
you guys.
Is that sad?
It might be.
As I'm eating the pizza, I'm like, this is a terrible decision. Sure enough, 2 hours later, the heartbreak.
Talk about Sal Stewart.
I'll take the Pirates.
Sure.
Spend a little money on some offense. It's amazing. You're sticking your nose in this NL Central. I mean, it's unbelievable. And they put a guy on the bump every day. It's nice. As former players going through PNC when they did have some juice, that place was electric.
It's a great ballpark.
It'll fill again if they got the right guys out running around on the field, and they're gonna have a say in this NL Central the entire season.
Their pitching staff, 3.76 ERA, that's 7th in Major League Baseball. Let's go back, spin the slot machine, see where it lands. It's time to pick a team you believe in, end of April. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to stay with it. Just turn around you most believe in. We've seen...
So boring to just sit there and pull the slots, but those...
But what?
Addicting them. It's like,
you see
maybe the
people
next time.
stay there all day.
Maybe the next time.
Hours.
Yeah, sometimes you're just pressing a button.
Rip SIGs
Ripping
and pull,
SIGs.
boom, bang.
And they've got like multiple chairs there. Sir, that's mine. Sir.
Jim Leland's favorite.
Slots.
You walk in, slots.
The team I believe in, I'm going to go the Philadelphia Phillies just because I think the lineup, the talent.
Zach Wheeler just got back. Christian Sanchez tonight on MLB Network, averaging 3.76 runs per game. It's 28th in Major League Baseball. And you talk about back of the baseball card, that's not where you would
What were
have
my
them.
options? Mets, Boston?
Yeah.
Phillies.
I'm going to agree with Robert. I'm going to say the Phillies. I think they right the ship because they're built on pitching, and I think they get Wheeler back. He looked good on Saturday. Sanchez goes tonight. Luzardo looked fantastic. Painters looked good. I'm going to...
Yeah, I mean...
Across the board?
I just want them to figure out who support. They got to figure out something with the lineup. You can't, and I'm interested to see what Donnie does. You can't go Turner, Schwarber, Harper off a cliff.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest?
I almost want to stick either Stott or Bohm or somebody in front and get Schwarber behind to prop up the 4 slot or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, I kind of agree about the Phillies. You can make a case for any of them. Boston's interesting to me just because of, they have a lot of young talent. We saw them go on a run last year.
Okay.
Kind of and now, right now, no one's really expecting them. You fire Alex Cora, now everything's going to be up there. It is, but I see them at some point in the year making a run when no one's expecting them to, and the pressure's off a little bit. And, kind of similar to how they did last year. Is it enough for them to make the playoffs? Probably not, but I think it'll open some eyes.
Let's spin the slot machine again. Those Red Sox, by the way, currently 12-18, 8 games behind the Yankees for
Did you
first
pick the
place.
Phillies to win the World Series? You pick them for 5 years in a row.
It's 4. Thank you very much. Yes, because I love
One of these years.
the bank. We're giving away some hardware. Is it too early? It absolutely is. AL Rookie of the Year. Minutaka Murakami. Kevin McGonigal has reached base in 25 straight starts. And
This is
Parker
tough.
Messick, your boy, 3-0 with a
Give me
1.73.
Parker
You could throw you a
Messick.
Savage in there.
You could, because he qualifies as a rookie.
You could throw
but
the
of
Lauder
those,
in there.
of those three, give me Parker Messick because he's going to fly under the radar because he plays for the Guardians. He's the pitcher.
When you
So-
watch him, it's like snacks.
Yeah, and plus the fact that he's going high stirrups, which I love.
Every pitch is
So give me
max
Parker
effort.
Messick. Why not?
You go.
Yeah. Well,
He's Googling.
I got to look something up.
look, if I'm not picking McGonigal, I'm going to get a phone call.
I know.
And I love watching McGonigal play. Like, I mean, he is a baseball player.
Yes,
man.
he
And
is.
His at-bats are so advanced for, you know, a young player. And I think, you know, a lot of young players coming up, they're so much more ready for the big stage than even when we were coming up. But, I mean, his at-bats have been awesome, and he's done a great job in the field for A.J. Hinch and the Tigers. But, too, like, I mean, if Murakami hits
Might hit
40 jacks, like,
It's 50.
It has been awesome. Number one, Martinez, another gem. What is your? And apparently the
There's a
clubhouse
chance
after,
McGonigal
the guy
wins
said
back
it was a
title
vibe.
as a rookie.
There was
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
There was
Nays
laughter.
is saying that
Perhaps there was
Murakami and
wine
McGonigal
from
basically
a
have the same
parade.
yes plus. Just the production.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say McGonigal,
Different type of hitter.
but I'm telling you right now, my man on the south side of Chicago is a 3 true outcome hero,
Yeah, he is.
and he's gonna hit 40.
Inside of Aaron Judge for most in the game at 12. Spin the
What a
slot machine
sign.
again.
Thought he could have had him. 2 years, what they get? 2 years,
32 or something. 30.
Sign him to an extension now.
They saw. They
And he
said
seems like a
a likable guy.
Fans are
brought in
on
the
him.
days.
from the AL to the National League. National League Rookie of the Year, Sal Stewart, friend of the program, Nolan McClain, your boy, 45 strikeouts, 5th in Major League Baseball, and Connor Griffin, who had your heart since hello.
Who is my light?
He's your light.
Okay, but not right here. He's gonna be
I like the one you like it.
the aircraft carrier for the Buccos for a lot of years. This to me, I've been around Nolan, watching him throw. He's the one bright spot, except the Mets broke out. Bats broke out last night. This is wiffle ball stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to battle for the Cy Young, let alone the Rookie of the Year. So I just think his stuff's too good. He stays right. His body's too strong. There's your Rookie of the Year.
Well, the big reason this guy right
Going
here,
Sal.
Sal Stewart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
I mean,
Sal,
big
too.
reason why the Reds are where they are is this guy right here. He's leading
Yep.
the league in RBIs
I know.
right now. I mean, that's incredible production in the middle of your lineup from a young guy. Someone,
swing.
he's got a great swing. He stands up on the ball, super balanced. Love the breakdown that Mikey Lowell did on him, a little while back. But South Florida guy too.
Sal Stewart for me, too.
Okay, 29 RBI and top 10 in OPS as well. One bonus spin, I'm being told. So just
Bonus
focus
spin.
on,
Oh, the bonus spin. You got to be careful.
focus on the faces. And the category is most unbreakable streak. So,
Well,
DiMaggio, 56 consecutive games, right? Ripken, 2,000.
my streak's in jeopardy because of these allergies and the allergy medicine that I'm on. Like I said, I overdosed a little bit. I took Zyrtec.
Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Brian Ripken, yeah, he does a great job.
Yeah, you kind of eerily look like him.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Cal's streak over yours.
How dare you.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Very good.
Your streak is.
I stayed home from a night in college.
I wake up every morning thinking,
Please
can
stop.
I be like Ropo?
That's right.
Lauren's battling
It's
turbulence.
the consecutive streak for kids and world peace. Remember that. Here's what's coming up next. By Cheerios. Ballpark cam up and running in Milwaukee, where the Brewers hung a whole bunch of runs on the against the Diamondbacks yesterday. That series continues this evening. And as part of that game, of course, William Contreras is one of the best offensive catchers in the game and does a great job for the Brewers. However, Alex and DeRosa taking a closer look at some defensive metrics, and you might not see William on this list, but you might see some names that will surprise you.
Well, Rofo, he'll eventually be on many of these lists. I mean, Williams is a really good catcher, but when we were kind of chopping it up to see what we were going to do, today, we got a month into the season, right?
You were thinking you're savage.
I was, but then, you're a researcher to the stars. Nays decided, hey, why don't we look at some catchers?
I love this.
A month into the year, we'll look at the defensive metrics, see who's kind of, standing at the top, at least
Who
at
kills
this point.
the ABS.
Yeah. ABS, caught stealing, blocks, all that kind of stuff. So I thought, hey, that's a great idea. Let's see what they're doing for their teams to be able to kind of like flip the script on some games and some at-bats over the course of the first month of the season. So the first thing we're going to look at, catchers caught stealing above average, right? And Christian Vasquez has been on a tear, not only behind the plate, but also at the plate rope flow for your Astros. He's been swinging it pretty good. And, so here's the list of the top guys so far that have been throwing the ball really well. Now, this takes out, all those like the pickoffs from the pitchers. This is strictly on the catcher. Christian Vasquez has done a great job. Henry Davis, he's been scuffling a bit at the plate, but your boy Paul Skeens loves throwing to him, and he has a big arm. That's something he can do really, really well. So let's just kind of get in the tape. I want to focus on Davis a little bit and a little bit on Christian Vasquez. I love Davis and what he's done because he's really improved. Getting Ellie De La Cruz here, great pick there by Lau over at second base, but he's done a really nice job. Right here, incredible. Throws a clothesline. Perfect throw. Wow. Extremely accurate. I love what he does where he's getting out of the crouch prior to the pitch. A lot of guys, if we could pause that right there, a lot of guys end up waiting back until they catch the ball before they move. You have to anticipate in order to be able to get out.
You never worry about giving up the strike zone, though, to the umpire if you're moving,
No, that's his job. He's got to call it. Now, the thing about ABS, if he calls it a ball and you can challenge at that.
We saw that last night.
We did. We saw it last night.
Guy wanted to check a check swing. He wanted to challenge. He wanted to do 8 different things on one pitch.
But the fact right here, this is important for the kids too. Like if you want to throw guys out, you have to be coming out of your crouch prior to you catching the ball. That gives you the momentum. Now let's keep going with the tape, right? So the next thing here, stop it right there. Yeah, perfect. So right here, you have to close up that front shoulder. That is what's going to give you your accuracy. Accuracy is almost more important than arm strength here. You want to get the ball in the bag to give your middle infielder a chance to give him the tag. So right here, he's got that front shoulder closed. He's squared up to second base. Now you can run it. And he throws a clothesline to second base on a broad. Look at that. Perfect throw. That's something Henry Davis has done really well. Now, Christian Vasquez, let's back that up. Pause that real quick. Right here, before, let's look at this situation. 3-2, right? Yankees are leading. 2 guys on with 1 out. Caballero's on second base. What's he trying to do? He's trying to get to third base with less than 2 outs, right? To give Ben Rice a chance to drive him in with the sac fly, something a little easier than a base hit. So this is a situation where the guy at second is going to look to run and get to third base with less than 2 outs. Veteran catcher behind the plate. We can go ahead and run the tape. Ends up getting a pitch that he can handle outside. With the left-handed batter up there, again, anticipates, comes out of his crouch before, throws a strike to Paredes.
Well, I'm challenging that because if you run it back, the guy had his knee in front of him. You see that?
Hey, that a little tricks to the trade there. But then later on, another great throw, great tag there by Correa, but just something that you're able to do. Now we're going to get into the framing. Surprise, surprise. Patrick Bailey's been one of the best at this for the last few years. Okay. And by far, he's been doing it really, really well the last few years because he just understands the angles that he needs behind the plate, but then also it's his setup, his anticipation, and it's the timing too with the gloves. So let's get into Patrick Bailey a little bit. I took a couple of pitches just to try to point out what he does really well. Look how quick his hands are right there. He's so quick. But you see the preset with the glove, so that helps him gain the angle, right? He knows this pitch is supposed to be coming back. It's a comeback two-seamer. All right, now let's go right before he catches it. Right there. So as that ball's coming in, he beats it to the spot, right? Another thing to point out, look at his glove, Patrick. I think he uses a slightly bigger glove. It's a lighter glove than a black glove than you see a lot of the guys end up using. But that ball, because of that glove, it makes it look like it's more on the plate than it is. Now let's run it again. But he beats it there. The timing's perfect, and it's quick. Right, it's quick and subtle, quick and subtle. Ooh. Bottom of the zone, he's one of the best at bottom of the zone. But it's all about the preset below the zone, and then he comes up. The next thing,
This is
ABS.
a challenge.
This is the new thing, right, for a catcher trying to, you know, to be able to impact the at-bat, impact the game. Mitch Garver's been really good at it. Herrera, Dylan Dingler, my guy, and, you know, Carson Kelly. We've been talking a little bit about Carson Kelly lately, and, you know, he might be due for a breakdown pretty soon, too. But these guys have been really good as far as getting those calls overturned in big situations. So I want to take two situations here with Kelly and Dingler in two games that they had where they were able to kind of flip the script on an at-bat and also in the game as well. Look at that, right there.
God, that's an aggressive challenge. I don't think that's got the play.
But look at the situation. This is the big thing. Bases loaded, right? 3-2 with one out, right? You're trying to get your pitcher out of that inning. Same thing. It's resulting in a strikeout. Dylan Dingler, 2-2 pitch in Boston, right? Instead of ball 3 and being a 3-2 count, going to have to throw another pitch, he gets Finnegan the strikeout. So it's knowing the strike zone and having the confidence. That's the big thing, the confidence to not be afraid to make a mistake. Now, this is the last thing. This is what I love. This is what I love. This is huge. Blocks above average, right? Blocking the ball. Giving your pitcher and allowing him to have the confidence to bury a pitch, right, in a tough situation with guys on base, and you're going to block it and prevent those runners from going. Well, let's roll the tape because Cal Raleigh so far this year has been the best at it. He's got a platinum glove for a reason, folks, right? So in this situation, let's pause it real quick before we go. Let's set this up a little bit. Bases loaded, 0-2 count already on Gray, right? Logan Gilbert is one of the toughest guys, I think, in baseball to block. He throws that split-fingered forkball, right? You don't know which direction it's going to go. It can fade, it can tumble straight down, it might cut.
Yeah.
Usually as a catcher, when you get a changeup, you have an idea it's going to fade. If you get a breaking ball, it's going to break, right? That forkball that he throws, that splitter that he throws, you have no idea. So Cal has no idea where this thing's going to end up. He just has to be ready and anticipate with the bases loaded, right? And an 0-2, you know it's coming. So you have to be ready for it.
Probably coming twice.
Exactly. So let's roll the tape. And Cal does a nice job of leading with his glove. That's the big thing here. He ends up being able to shift his weight, but he leads with his glove, and then the body follows. 1 and 2, does it again, right? But this one's even farther in front of the plate, and he does a nice job of picking his body up to soften that blow. Later in the at-bat, gets the strikeout. And just,
What's this?
Oh, look at that. A little nostalgia.
Alex, why do you have to lead with your glove? Why?
So a lot of times when you're shifting, Lauren, when you're trying to shift your body on a pitch that's a little bit farther, the glove will help you get your body there in momentum. And then we saw in that one there with Raleigh, he was able to use his glove. When you have soft hands as a catcher, it's okay to use your glove to block the ball.
Carlos Narvaez was on 2 of those boards. I noticed that.
I love that photo,
Is the
Alex.
goatee? Is the goatee going to
bring
make
the
a
goat
comeback?
I should.
Hey, you should.
Wait till noon. It will be there.
Yeah.
He'll have a full beard by the time.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, Alex shaved at 10:30 this morning. That's how manly he is. That's how manly he is.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
We went to Borelli's for lunch yesterday.
Of course you
power
did.
lunch.
Full beard by the time we left.
Antipasta, you know,
Yeah, we
little
did it up.
rigatoni,
Sounds
pork
good.
chop.
A little pork chop,
I would expect
rigatoni,
nothing
couple
different.
Peroni.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to play one of our favorite